I loved the point that Cap just made about Secret being able to sack mid one, because that's heretofore that really is something that we'd seen only from Liquid, being able to sack any one of their cores and the rest pick them up. In the past, we'd seen Secret really play around mid one, similar to the way that Newbie played around SCCC. The fact that they were able to put him on that bristleback, sack him, and still have their other cores win the game, very encouraging for Secret in this series.
All right, let's get into the first draft of the grand final. Cap, your thoughts on this draft? What does Secret need to secure?
I'm just going to keep an open mind with this one because I think it's pretty hard for Secret. Like, I think it's a little easier to say what Secret's going to be running. Virtus.Pro, I think they're probably going to be a little bit more open. I was going to say Bane. I think Secret have been the ones who banned that one away because I think Bane for VP was one of the standout supports for me. I felt like it fit their lineup very well.
This is a surprise. The Monkey King ban in the opening phase, I believe that's the first time that we've seen a phase 1 ban of that hero during the tournament. A hero that's played a very large role in the closing phases of some of these drafts, creating those really bad matchups with some melee cores in lane. But that's a little bit surprising. Secret choose to take that out. And there again, VP do take out the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
I expect Nature's Prophet to be contested in the first phase by these two teams as well.
Okay.
Spirit Breaker. Saw that hero featured in the last series. Again, a 5-position hero that Puppey can take and do a lot with very little farm.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, there must be something about the Monkey King that some sort of opener that they want that they don't like Monkey King against.
Okay, this is the opener that VP started the tournament with. This was their game plan against Liquid. Pick up that Enchantress for Lil and pick up the solo lane bullying Ogre Magi.
It really is the perfect solo hero because it's able to accomplish a lot with very little farm. Solo is really taken on that PPD role where he just does as much as he can with absolutely no farm whatsoever. And Ogre is, I like what you're saying about him being sort of like that constant harassment in lanes. He's one of the bully heroes that can't really be challenged, but he is a little limited. Virtus.Pro really have to shore up their laning phase quite a bit because what we saw from Team Secret against Team Liquid and the mobility that they were able to offer and run Liquid around the map, you could just as easily see that here against Virtus.Pro when you've got some laners so far that are kind of stable. They don't really move a whole lot, but they are strong where they are.
Yep. Pugna pickup here from Team Secret. Going to stay with what worked against Liquid in that last series. And this is where I start to talk about how I really like that they brought in Fata, they brought in Ace. Their side laners have such a huge hero pool when you put the two together, and you saw Fata on the Pugna in that last game really ramping up his damage output as the game went on.
We saw a lot of effect of the Pugna and some of the minors, and I really do feel like he is that versatile core and support option because we also saw a really stellar performance, I think, from Empire maybe on a support Pugna. And it's just like the fact that the hero is able to operate, again, without farm. He's just able to do so much. All he needs is levels. He just needs to be able to have that backline of being able to get off the life drain. It does so much damage, and it's super good versus Enchantress. So if VP choose to run this as a core Enchantress, they'll have it directly countered.
Yeah, I still would suspect that Lil is going to be their Enchantress player. That's been the case the majority of the times in the past. But, I mean, you look at Pugna, right? The book on this hero, he's very fast-moving, but he's very squishy. He has the second lowest strength game in the game ahead of only the Enchantress. But all of a sudden, you get that level 10 health talent, 30% of the hero's HP without items. As long as you're confident you can get that hero to level 10 in any role, all of a sudden, he's a legitimate threat in those team fights.
And you could keep all your mobility with Decrepify, right? Yep. So it's like a double threat once he does finally get those levels in. Anyway, the Broodmother and the Doom from Virtus.Pro. I think the Doom is pretty smart against Team Secret, especially since they are running an Enchantress. Most likely pick up. I think I'm fine if Team Secret choose to like pick up a Chen or something. I would be okay with that.
I mean, look at Team Secret concentrating on Ramsey's hero pool with these bans. This is an approach that we really haven't seen against Virtus.Pro. A lot of people trying to limit their offlaners because Pasha can be a very high variance player. A lot of people try to limiting their support pool because Solo and Lil can have such an impact. This is one of the first drafts I've seen against VP where somebody really went after Ramsey's and tried to limit their options at the 1.
I think through play, you can limit no one. a bit more. So I think it's a little bit more, it's a little pointless to go after that hero pool since no one does have a pretty wide hero pool. And you can shut him down with a Spirit Breaker here in this situation. But the safe laners are a little bit more difficult to deal with. And what they have already is they took away the dead lane heroes. It's a reference that we had like probably a year ago. Liquid kinda were running this idea that they're running certain heroes that they are just really hard to gank. Natural magic immunity coming out from Lifestealer and Juggernaut, so they are the true dead lane heroes. There's other ones that are kind of just hard to gank, like Lone Druid, for example. But those are the true dead lane heroes, which would be tough for the Spirit Breaker to be able to operate in, and would also be, I think, a little difficult for the Pugna as an offlaner to really put pressure on that lane. I think they want to do that, right? Because Virtus.Pro can very easily run an aggro dual lane themselves. So if their safe lane is going to be threatened, they need to do the same.
Wow, and VP going right back to that off-lane Brewmaster pick that was so effective earlier against Newbie in the hands of Pasha. I loved his decision-making on that hero. Even though they struggled a bit in that game, I thought that he came out with a better performance than I expected. And yeah, Cap with the dead lane concept. That was a time in the meta where roaming supports were just so huge, as they still are, and that was viewed as one of the primary counters to that early roam. So that's definitely something that both teams are thinking about, especially Secret, as you look at the Enchantress pick.
And I think Brewmaster is probably one of the tougher heroes to pressure as well. He has a natural tankiness to him, thanks to the low cost of Drunken Haze, and then the natural evasion you get as well from your passive.
Oh, wow. Okay. Secret probably going to be looking at mid one on the Mirana. Now, this is interesting. I think this is one of the earliest Potom picks I've seen so far in the tournament. Generally, Potom been a 5th pick in this tournament. Secret are going to go ahead and commit to it. They're committing to very heavy magic damage now in their lineup. And again, a hero that's very, very difficult to pressure mid behind the Ogre Magi sitting there and the rotations from the Enchantress.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty good versus the Enchantress when it comes to that mid-game action, with the Mirana able to put out a lot of magic damage.
That's a kit I've not seen before on Meepo, but okay.
You're just not up on the latest hats.
No, obviously not following closely enough.
Whoa, okay. Core Vengeful, let's go here, boys. Now, of course, slight chance, we got to mention that they could shift the Enchantress over to the core position and the Venge could still be a support, but I think, you know, this being Virtus.Pro, CIS Dota, where the core Vengeful Spirit was born, shout out, of course, to Burning, who's very good on that hero, but I think this is almost certainly going to be a core Venge.
And you don't want to raise the farm priority of the Enchantress when it's already being countered by 2 different heroes, even a 3rd. That's pretty good versus it.
One thing I think I have a theory here, but I want to hear your thoughts on, Austin. What makes the core Venge good here?
I mean, I was trying to figure that out. I don't really know why they picked up Vengeful Spirit. I don't really feel like you can push this. I mean, VP are definitely setting themselves up for a lineup that is going to put a lot of pressure on Secret very quickly. But it's not that Team Secret, they're not going to wilt under pressure by any means. Pugna, Mirana, they're not the earliest game heroes in the world, but they can defend towers okay, and they still have 2 more picks to go through.
Now, that's not the hero that I expected, despite Ace is fantastic on this hero, and we saw Mugi get just it was the best Timbersaw game arguably I've ever seen earlier in the day today. The reason I thought VP was going for the Venge, a lot of people underestimate Venge actually tanks up quite nicely as a core. She fights so well with those 2 items, and she also has quite a bit of flexibility when you look at her item builds. She's a hero that if she really has to, can build the early hood to counter some of that magic damage. But Secret really doubling down on the magic damage output here. Of course, Chakram's pure, but
I think you want to ban Bloodseeker if you're Team Secret.
I would absolutely agree with you.
Venge swap on top of a Ruptured Target. And you kind of you have your cores supposedly set in place by Team Secret, but this could be a Pugna support. That would be the most likely scenario, actually, with your last pick. Most of the time, you're going to save that for your big roster-defining core.
Oh, I mean, Bloodseeker's horrifying. He's in both of the big playmaking cores of Virtus.Pro's hero pools, and when you think about Enchantress is probably going to build a Pike, and you got Swap into Pike into potentially other movement skills that VP's going to have. Yeah, that's...
And Secret is relying on mobility heavily between the Timbersaw and the Mirana.
Yes.
Even the Spirit Breaker, obviously.
NZ Dota, he's come a long way.
Now, it's the Ember ban is actually interesting. It tells me that Virtus.Pro is thinking at least a little bit about this being a support Pugna and potential, or a support Mirana, okay, and potentially Team Secret picking up a mid-1 hero with their last pick. Now, if you think all the way back to TI 2 years ago, support Mirana is in YapzOr's wheelhouse. He was known on that hero long before he was known on his Rubik or his Earthshaker, etc.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. I think you've got the ace lockdown on the Timber Saw, right?
10 seconds.
There's the Bloodseeker ban, by the way.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, this is absolutely an ace Timber.
5 seconds remaining.
So they've got pretty good lane shove. They do have decent team fight.
The only thing that you're lacking right now is physical damage.
I think, no, well, that or...
I mean, Mirana scales into that eventually.
Yeah. I mean, you've only got Spirit Breaker as your initiator. That you need like a really solid stun.
Well, look, I actually think that this is going to be either a support Pugna or a support Mirana. I don't think you're going to see this as a support Lina.
Yeah, support Pugna into, and now it's a mid Lina, and then, I mean, not necessarily mid Lina, but some sort of core Lina.
So you think this is going to be what, like a Fata Mirana?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they could just run some sort of aggro situation.
Okay.
We don't know what Virtus.Pro is going to be doing just yet, but
it's
definitely like 2-2-1 or something like that.
Yeah, I like this draft by Secret. I think you see, this is one of the few drafts in the pro game where you see all 5 heroes and you're still not sure exactly what the roles or exactly what the lanes are going to be, and that is the ideal way to offset the second pick advantage.
Yeah, Virtus.Pro don't really understand fully what they're going to do right now.
Haha. Here you go, Paul. Your other hero besides Jakiro.
My other hero. Don't give Toby one kittens. The final pick of Virtus.Pro's first draft in this grand final is a sniper.
They've got some distant gap closers on Team Secret. So it's not like the freest sniper game in the world, but I think I don't know. Secret's lineup still doesn't quite fully come together for me.
It's a bit crazy, isn't it?
I'm going to go VPs.
Okay. Thank you very much, gents. Time then, ladies and gents, to raise the roof off the Barclaycard Arena for the first map in the grand final.
That is right. Let's get this underway. Virtus.Pro versus Team Secret. I'm Toby1 here with the extraordinary Cinderin. Are you ready to go, man, for this grand final? Do you like the draft? Do you like what you see? Are you looking forward to the kittens that Paul promised?
I love seeing new heroes when it gets later on in the tournament that teams are starting to change up their strategies quite a lot. Of course, we're talking about the Sniper here. Interestingly enough, that is somewhat of a VP classic together with Ogre. There was a time when they were first phasing these two heroes together, but Sniper has definitely fallen off a little bit since then. It's still a great strategy from Virtus.Pro, and I think this could be a good Sniper game. On the other side, you have Secret with their first Lina pick of the tournament, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. So a lot of new stuff coming out here from both teams.
Are we still looking for the same type of combination? Like we saw just how powerful it was having Decrepify with Lion. Now you've got the Lina.
It's a bit different. First of all, this time it's with a core. The Lina must be played in a core position. Technically, it can be played as a 4, but I feel like
we've got it on mid one, so it is actually the core, and Fada is the Pugna core as well. So no shady shenanigans with the Spirit Breaker offlane, but it is YapzOr. Nahaz was poking at him being that support Mirana, something which he made a big name for himself doing.
I think with the heroes that Secret have and the players that they have, it made the most sense to put the Mirana in support and the Pugna on core. I don't think Pugna support is the right type of pick for YapzOr in general, and especially when he's playing against Enchantress, he loves this hero. So what VP have chosen to do is they have put Lil on the Enchantress. It will not be swapped out in any way. I don't know if they could do that in this game anyway. And YapzOr's primary job in this game is to hound this Enchantress and just try to kill off her creeps with arrows. If you
do you think you can really like harass her enough? Like you do see Lil walking around with that early Blightstone. Does that give you a level of intention of Lil? Are you happy to have that as a basic item at the start?
It's a pretty basic and common item for Enchantress to start with. She generally doesn't take too much damage early on. She lets her creeps lead, isn't very commonly contested. Could be an approach for YapzOr if he sees that Lil doesn't have any regen. He can try to fight him a little bit, but Yap doesn't have any regen either. He went triple clarity and a pair of boots, so it's
It's at least maybe
necessarily the
some of the negative armor answers to Timbersaw in the early stages with that living armor. So this top lane, which Virtus.Pro is committing a lot to, Lil is going to be a bit of more of a nuisance than anything else. He comes in to cut the wave as well as harass Ace out. So this wave will not be in the position where Ace would like it to be, but the mid lane is where Team Secret are preparing for a fight. Solo babysitting as the Ogre. We would expect that from him, making sure that no one's able to have a good start. But it's both Puppey and YapzOr preparing for this mid lane. But they haven't got an opening yet, not with this Ogre putting his meat shield in the way.
Classic 706 tri-lane mid. Helping out mid one the best they can. So YapzOr didn't really find anything, so he just arrowed a creep. He arrowed the big Hellbear, and he's now waiting to arrow the little Hellbear, it looks like. We'll actually stack the enemy camp so that he can arrow it. That's
Puppey's going to get that charge down on bottom lane. I'm not quite certain if they're going to get back closer to the tower, but it sets up for Fada to get the blast. Just have to burn through some of the consumables of Pasha.
And this should be a Pugna favored lane. Brewmaster's best chance is to spam out Drunken Haze against the Pugna.
Mid one.
Good harass.
Fire Striker Raid's going to miss, but with the Shrapnel, as you said, that harassment onto mid one. He does still have the Salva Valve, doesn't want to have to burn it this early on just yet.
And the wild card here is obviously low. Like, they Secret have to be scared that at any point in time this Enchantress can just backstab their mid lane, and that will be first blood. He's currently running in there. If he has the right timing with this shard golem, he can cast one shard and then
he's
dies and
splits.
Oh, he ran it into the tower range. Oh, that's a mistake from Lil.
Yeah, they're both going to run in. Now they're chasing up the mid one. There goes your first stun, second stun, instantly to follow up. YapzOr going to kill it, but that's just going to give two more stuns over towards Lil as well. They keep on chasing up the hill towards the fountain. And well, the stage is set, and we got to have a quick look at it for a second, but this is 2 kills going the way of Virtus.Pro. Great start to their grand final.
And I didn't get time to say it, but you know, the timing with Ench that you're really looking for with the shard golem is that you run in, you cast a shard, and then either it dies to the tower or it splits by expiring, and then you get 2 new stuns. And Lil just ran in there and had like 4 stuns available, actually 6. And made it very easy for them to get those 2 kills. So far, this Enchantress counter in the Mirana has not had any effect at all on Enchantress's game. So Secret have to be worried about whether they can enable YapzOr to get something.
Wait, is he really coming in with all 4 stuns? Ace, Timber chains back up again. Lil is already here. The arrow from YapzOr connect. 2 seconds to be created, but Ace in through the trees, cuts away to victory. And Lil, he brought those little shard golems all the way up from the mid to the top to make sure Ace was pressured, giving more space now for Ramses.
Did he actually manage to throw all 4? I didn't count 4 there. It's pretty hard to count to 4. Let's see. Well, the 2 current ones definitely have cooldown, so I don't know if he managed to use in all the others, but that's a lot of damage mid lane. No one. And Solo combining up.
Double Shrapnel's going to be committed to this. The charge is coming in from Puppey in the back. That's going to at least stop no one from easily attacking, but it won't stop Solo from clubbing mid one down. Puppey with no mana. After his TP, is able to TP up because Solo's in a very similar position. No stuns available.
And VP have played this lane so many times. They're very, very comfortable with what they can get away with. And they were probably happy to see that it's a Lina matchup. They knew it obviously being the 10th pick of the draft. 1, 2, 3... I couldn't count to 4 again, Toby, I don't know. It was somewhere between 2 and 4.
Okay.
I think between 3 and 4.
We'll play the random generator to see if we get lucky. I'd say it was 3. Mid one's going to be forced back behind his own tower. Puppey again harassing down to the bot lane with his charges while the Mud Golems are doing their work on top. Ace not feeling comfortable up here. 12-5 against the 14-3. Still pretty good for CS considering how much pressure Lil has been applying to the top.
It's pretty all right for Ace. It's also one of the best heroes to have in this situation. When you hit the level 3 and especially level 5 on Timber, it doesn't really become a kill anymore. Arrow, this is a very easy one to see for Lil. We'll dodge that out and get back safely. So Ramsey's actually laying into him here with the shard golems again as
yeah, goodbye Lina. Puppey was charging towards the mid,
blocking him,
trying to help him, but yep, with one spirit to block him out. No one's got the range because he's sniper. He's always got the range.
Secret are getting trashed in this mid lane. This is not good for them. Lina is considered a lane dominator and a hero that has a good matchup against pretty much every hero. He's currently 9-1 CS against 24-14 and has died twice. And this sniper is just racking up the kills. 2-0-3 on him. This is a 2K lead.
This one you actually start to wonder too, like with Team Secret, it was... You don't have that standard combo to go with the Mirana or the Spirit Breaker. Like, you charge forward, but what's going to connect on the arrow? Every single time it's going to be just YapzOr trying to get that line through the trees, but thanks to that observer ward that's sitting up near the Dire Shrine, Virtus.Pro see almost every attack like coming in towards the mid. Finally now Team Secret actually put their own observer ward there, but they put it on top of the Virtus.Pro ward that already existed. So that Dire observer ward is not going to last long. VP are fully aware of it, and they'll move accordingly. Bottom lane, charge coming onto Pasha, still only level 4, now hitting 5. Puppey charges forward. The arrow from YapzOr, barely missing the Brewmaster, but maybe they still have enough for your Team Secret. No, not underneath the tier 1 tower.
Ooh,
they will not venture forward.
That is so uncharacteristic for YapzOr to miss that arrow. And that's a big thing. They made a big rotation here. Both supports, they failed to get a kill in a 3v2 situation. And this is a lot of information for VP. And this is the one lane that Secret are successfully pressuring, by the way. This is the one lane they're winning. They're playing with Fata right now as kind of their position 1 at the current time. So they need to make sure they snowball him and get this tower very early on.
Well, they're trying. Virtus.Pro do have their own observer ward on the other side of the tree, so Solo understands when YapzOr and Puppey come in closer, and now they come in real close. Pasha rotated down. Is there going to be TP support coming in from Virtus.Pro? At the moment, they're happy to fight it. There'll be a 2-second stun over on Brewmaster. He'll break free now. And Team Secret don't really feel like they've got what they need here, so Puppey already starts his charge.
This is a level 5
and he just leaves. He actually
ogre.
cancels it too.
He's level 5. He's level 5 minute 6 on Ogre. It's the same as the 2 enemy supports combined. He has so much. It's actually more because of the increased required experience to level
Ace,
up.
Timber chains up. Magic Missile's going to connect. Here comes your Shrapnel. They've got the Clamp available too. Ace dropping very low. The assassination damage, it's not enough, so Ace makes a break for the trees. Lil and Ramsey both moving up side by side. They'll find Ace, and now they should be able to bring him down. Magic Missile will be able to connect. Definitely helps too when Lil's able to pick up that early medallion. Solo, level 5. That's many layers of fat to protect the Ogre as he runs away from Puppey. Where's your 17%? Don't need it when that'll do the work. Puppey will find the kill.
Thanks, no one.
Meanwhile,
Sure, team spirits. That's good.
Mid one went down too. Well done.
Finally, Secret get a kill on the board. They're actually only 1k gold behind in this 7-1, and it's mainly because of this bottom lane. Fata might see a primal.
Yeah, he's going to go for the split supports there. Solo has actually rotated down here already as the Ogre going to look for that control over onto Fata, able to do it with the stun. The arrow will fly forward. It controls at the fire brewing, but not long enough. Now they'll send YapzOr into
Secret
the air.
here.
Ace wants to help. Here comes Puppey charging forward. The perfect timing with the charge. Just as Pasha went back into his normal self. Solo will keep the run going too. 4 heroes from Team Secret looking for that opportunity to kill off that Ogre if it's going to be possible. Underneath the tower, the Light Strike Array, it will connect, and the arrow and the charge with the Chakram. Mid one will get himself a double kill. So Brew and Ogre will end up falling. Team Secret though, I'm not certain they can be happy with the trade-off. A lot of damage done to top as well as mid.
They're gonna lose this top tower now. They can't get back up to this lane. And it's pretty standard for Enchantress to get this tower early on. The sniper will probably be given the last hit here, so no one will continue to scale like crazy. Oh, yeah, that's the range creep we all love until it does that. So no last hit for no one. Got outplayed by his own 1 range creep. Back to the SF trainer, buddy.
You talk about scaling cores. That sniper sitting at 3.7k net worth 9 minutes in. And they're going to try and put that net worth to use. Smoking up with Solo and no one. They've come underneath that Dire Observer ward, so Ace feels very safe. First starting with the Ignite, they're going to wait for the stun as he Tipper chains up through no one. Puppey charging forward, Ramses. He does have Swap available as he try and save, but he try and kill. Right now it's just Solo being Lagooned down. Mid one once
Good
more.
stun.
He's able to hit the Light Strike Array, but where's your follow-up? Team Secret really don't have that much of the tank. They're already starting their TP out with Lil movement over. Puppey wants to charge down. The assassination will connect. Ramses, all right. Well, swap now rather than later.
That's a good play from Secret, just only losing 1 for 1 there. That was a big rotation for both teams, kind of, but it looked like it was going to get scary for Secret. Did you notice that Ace, while he was getting hit by them, just kept standing in the creeps, by the way? It looked like he was AFK. That was definitely on purpose. He wanted to stack up that armor before he timber chained away, kept him safe against all of that damage coming in, and he does stay alive. So nice heads-up play from him to not panic there. Most other players will just, oh, I'm getting ganked, let me timber chain away. But he actually kept himself alive by being AFK.
That's the primary thing. He's got points in that. 4 points up on the reactive armor means there is no whirling death points. Probably also not really as effective in this game.
It's not the greatest whirling death game because you're only against one strength hero, but it's still valuable. It's still a value point for sure. Even if you steal, if you're playing against an agility hero and they lose some of their agility, that means they lose some armor, they lose some damage. So still a good spell, of course. And against int heroes, sometimes it's the difference maker between whether they can cast their spells or not. So I'm expecting him to get on level 8, but in this game it's pretty expectable to go 0-2-4 build.
It's a nice way to get rid of, well, gain vision of the high ground. Chakram up. Quelling Blade down the Observed Ward, and Puppey now starts his run. This won't be seen because that Observed Ward has been destroyed. And Team Secret on the charge. Mid-one's got the high movement speed because he actually has the phase boots. Then again, he gets rooted up by the Ancients. That's not what Mid-one was really planning on, which means the split. It'll kick in. They have to shrine him quickly. Yapsor's moving over. They're trying to help out. A nice light strike array is keeping Ramses out this fight, but the Brewlings, they keep the stuns going. They keep the burn up as well. Mid-one, another stun. He's actually gonna go down. The Ancient spoil his day. Pasha wants out this one. He can only clap once more before he'll end up dying. But Team Secret, the reinforcements have arrived. Ace, the multicast from Solo makes it a little bit difficult for him to get the double kill, but double kill nonetheless. And Fada mopping up Lil. So it all started with a bit of a problematic Ancient interference, but now Team Secret are charging down the mid lane, looking for the 4th kill out of this fight. Fada gonna drain Ramses dry and pick up his own double kill for the fight.
And that's all about strength in numbers. That was a 5-on-4 the whole time. No connection in from no one. A bit surprised he didn't TP on that shrine. Maybe VP weren't expecting that fight to go on for as long as it did, but that was like, I don't know, 40-second fight. If Sniper shows up with 3 shrapnels there, they're gonna just wipe the floor with Secret most likely, but he stayed bottom and Secret capitalized. They get 4 kills. They now have Moonlight Shadow available to maybe set up a 5th on bottom because no one will not expect this one. Even with vision, he wouldn't have seen this coming. If there's a bash, he will die.
Oh, it's Team Secret's got the vision. It was the Observed Ward that was down. Ramses, he got to swap his teammate out, but it was already too late. Lacuna Blade from mid-one was in range, so it'll connect. Grapify with the Nether Strike. The arrow flies forward from Yapsor, soaked up by the creep wave, but they've got what they wanted. Both Ramses and no one pushing up the daisies. Puppey's TP out will be in time. Solo leap in from Yapsor. He needs that damage, and the Slave from mid-one will do it. A triple kill from Team Secret, and what looked to be a beautiful laning phase from Virtus.Pro in the first 7 minutes has escalated quickly in the last 5.
Secret has just flat out played better in these last few minutes. The Brewmaster split. I think when VP are making an aggressive move with Brewer like that and he gets his ultimate off, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either Secret will run for their lives and try to fully disengage, or they're going to fight back. If they fight back, you need to have the Sniper there. He's their strongest hero, and he hasn't been involved in fights for a while. We're going to see here, Decrepify. See, they're not expecting this immediate burst, so Ramses will not swap straight away. He's trying to bait them in further so they can get return kills. But Secret just way too fast. This Decrepify combo that they showcased in the game before as well with Finger of Death really being put to use here.
Beautiful play by Team Secret. They've definitely got that momentum coming out of their semi-final. Virtus.Pro have to shake off the rust for now as it's a ward war. And VP will win that one with their sentry. So both Observer and Sentry lost from Team Secret. That aggressive vision, it's not going to exist for much longer inside the Radiant jungle. Then again, Solo just put his own Observe Ward on top of the Dire Sentry. Secret will only be aware of this, though, if they move near it.
Don't think Solo was expecting there to be 2 sentries. He already just counter-warded 1, so he was like, this area should be clear. Found their obs and their sentry, then he wants to ward, but if Yapsor walks in there, like you said, he will find it.
Just up the hill. Easiest 100 gold of your life.
Now.
Oh, hi!
Oh, that was a really fast reaction. 100 gold not coming to the lane.
It's like, I wonder what he was looking to charge towards. Like, the only other thing I think they had vision of was Ogre for a short period of time.
May have just charged the mid creep with just trying to move around a little bit.
Team Secret's scan will actually ping positive. Just triggered a little bit on the Sniper who was nearby Pasha.
Pasha Blink.
He's waiting in the trees.
This Pugnus gonna die for sure.
Yeah, Blink, clap, instant split. They do not want Fada to react to this. He did get the Nether Ward down. A quick dusting to make sure Yapsor's Moonlight Shadow doesn't give a get out jail free card. And Virtus.Pro is looking for a little bit more.
These 2 heroes are so ridiculously strong together. The Brewmaster plus Sniper combination is really nice, because Brewmaster creates so much chaos and space in the fight, and Sniper just stands at max range, slows everyone down for Brewmaster to hit, deals a lot of damage. This case, we don't really get to see it because it's just a single kill, but it's a really big core that they managed to kill. This Pugna has been super annoying for VP so far. Now we'll see if Secret can punch back. They know the Brewmaster Split is on cooldown. This gives them a good opportunity to maybe go for a smoke of their own. YapzOr in a good position here.
If he can hit the arrow.
Oh! Instant reaction.
And
Actually
he didn't have a lot of time for
Urn.
that. And now, yep, Urn charging. Didn't allow him to get the blink off. Pasha, Puppy with his charge forward. Pasha, he doesn't have enough life to really survive this, so he goes for the Drunken Haze, and support has arrived. Virtus.Pro, it took Secret way too long to try and get this.
I think Yap might have hit that arrow if he didn't earn. I think the reaction from Pasha was based on getting earned. He just instantly blinked out. I might not have realized the arrow came from the south. That's not the angle you're looking for at that point in time when you're farming the lane. So something YapzOr is usually very good at is predicting camera placement for enemy players when he's playing Mirana. It's a big part of the hero as a support to come in from unexpected angles so that players don't get to react. Because arrow is, like you said, a really hard skill to hit if you don't have a setup. And that one he probably would have nailed if he just trusted a bit more in himself.
It was coming out of the fog of war. You would have only had a split second to react to it anyway, so we'll see it again. So YapzOr, here goes the arrow, and then Urn. Okay, the arrow.
I'm actually not sure what he reacted on there. That was just super fast, no matter what.
Yeah.
Might have also just been instinct. It's possible he was like, I don't feel safe anymore. I'm going to clap and get the hell out of there. There's maybe a little element of luck there, because that was almost ridiculous reactions coming out of Pasha.
I'm not certain if they actually had the Observer Ward down at the same time, because they may have actually seen Spirit Breaker charging in.
I think Spirit Breaker was too far
it,
away at the time. But it is true, there was a ward there.
That ward sees a hell of a lot. And now, well, Virtus.Pro are going to go into Roshan. We had that early medallion from Lil, and combining that up with Untouchable makes it a very easy attempt for Virtus.Pro to do Roshan.
Terror, the Wolf Aura, the Vengeance.
4 points of Vengeance
Aura. It's a great combination. And this is very unexpected from Team Secret. This is not a standard Roshing combination at all. They're doing it with 3 heroes, of which none is like a Rosh expert. They're all just contributing nicely to this kill.
Yeah.
And that is such a great call from VP. That's big. Aegis on Venge. She has level 2 swap, can now engage with full confidence. You can just swap in the Lina, blow her up, and that's a great fight for them already if they manage to do that.
Team Secret do have that advantage of the Dire Observer Ward, but they're seeing Ramsey's TPing out.
Not again, Fata.
Initiated on support is there from Team Secret, coming in through the north, but Fata is already dead. Ramsey's and Bruce split, now on the hunt. YapzOr Puppy mid one. It is time to get the hell out of here. It looks like YapzOr will not be so lucky. Lil's already starting his TP over towards the shrine, so they're going to bring in that extra slow, but where is the detection? The dust, that's what he brings as well. YapzOr critted down by Pasha. Only 1 point in the brawl up, but he knows where to hit the punch.
Secret just flat out don't have a solution to Brewmaster in their lineup. It's a really big problem right now. Brew is generally a really strong mid-game hero like this, but sometimes you have some sort of tools.
Mid-one.
It's really limited.
He's underneath the Observer Ward. He's still underneath the Observer Ward. VP Ramses will just swap him down. Mid-one's going to be wondering, why the hell did this have to happen to me? But it does anyway. He denies himself with the Bloodstone after getting his Laguna Blade off. So VP, they don't get the kill, but they do start to reduce the Bloodstone counter on the Lina.
That was a really greedy Laguna cast. He could just as well have died without getting his suicide off, but just barely. That was like a 5% HP suicide to cast a harassment Laguna, essentially. Now he's back to life, though. Had the 12 Bloodstones down to 8. This is something you obviously don't like dying with Bloodstone, but there's just something special about dying right after you buy it. That just sucks, man. It's like, I built up for this. I just lost a lot of my momentum immediately. If I at least had 2 kills, it wouldn't have hurt as much, but this is annoying. So let's have a look at this, how low he is exactly. That's the crit. So
290, 48.
50 HP deny with Venge Missile in the air, or attack projectile. We're talking tenths of seconds there before he would have died. And that would have been a big kill bounty for Venge as well. So it's important that he gets that suicide off.
Oh, VP made an aggressive maneuver into the Team Secret side of the river. Straight after that, they've blocked up one of the camps. The sentry ward from Puppy is off the mark. So, deep vision for Virtus.Pro on that bottom lane. They'll understand exactly what they're up against. Still no Bruce split. Puppy charging forward. He's a long way away from the rest of his team. If he actually followed through with that, it would basically be a dead cow.
I was going to miss it. Gave vision. I think Secret have a pretty good idea of how many heroes are down here. The number is bigger than 4 and smaller than 6. Let's see if they can get something done. So Aegis on Venge. They're going to feel confident to go and hit this tower. And I just don't know what they can do about the sniper. You're looking at a lineup that has The only real connection is the Spirit Breaker charge. There is no way in hell he can charge through this wall they have in front of him.
And when he does charge, like Ramsey can just swap the position out. Pasha creates the chaos you're talking about before as well.
VP can go high ground here, actually. And
20 minutes in, you actually want them to go up?
They can. I'm not sure if they're going to do it, but I feel like they can.
Oh, they're scanning already. They're expecting an attack to come in from the west, but Team Secret, just Moonlight Shadow. They're going to walk straight past their own tower.
And just if they wait out this Moonlight and Secret find nothing with it and VP can put wards out. I don't know if Solo doesn't have any more wards left, they can't high ground. But if they had any wards they could place right now and get control of the area, they could safely start hitting the buildings with the sniper. Venge will always be able to swap him out. There's no guaranteed blow up from Team Secret. But at least the Moonlight Shadow and the lack of information scared VP off a little bit here. We'll see if they try again. They still have time on their Aegis, so they're very interested in pushing through once more. And this is Brewmaster's strongest timing, so you really want to go now while his ultimate is this extremely powerful.
The Bloodstone's completed over on Ace. He would love to have a good fight, but they have the high ground vision. There she drag back the blind Primal Split. It'll come off, keeping the control onto Puppey. The lead from Yaps are trying to escape the move past that nether ward as Lil slowing down Ace, but they want the other target. They would like to kill off Yaps or assassination from no one. Able to do it exactly as we thought it was going to have happen. You got VP with the front liners allowing the quarterback a sniper just to hit every single shot without contest.
The silver lining for Secret is that the Brew Split was used for that fight, and that's why VP don't want to go high ground. If they have the split, they can go, but without it, they're a bit too fragile. It's a big part of their lineup, but they're going to take what they can get. They got 2 kills and a tower at no cost.
But the Aegis was probably going to time out before they could finish the push up high ground.
Oh, that's true as well. It actually did time out.
Yeah, it's got 18 seconds on Ramses.
See, this is the problem. Now that I'm getting used to all of these observer things that I can see from JJ, and I look over on my own client, and I can't see that Aegis sign next to Venge. I'm like, oh, Aegis has expired. I'm just so used to seeing it already. Oh, look at it. Now it's jittering a little bit.
This is why you're not allowed to have nice things.
Yeah, I know.
Virtus.Pro.
There's the horn. That's generally the giveaway that Aegis has expired. Thank you very much for that.
22 minutes into a game, you're looking at BKB as the next thing for Ramses. No one already has the full Hurricane Pike up and running. This is so much money. Another issue that Team Secret's going to have to close the distance on the sniper. And they don't really have a hero that can get into the back lines. As you mentioned before, Spirit Breaker can't do it.
So much damage. He can kill them with +1. They will kill this 2-on-2.
Oh, they're coming. It's +4.
Oh, it's a big rotation.
Under the cover of smoke, do they catch him, however? Ramses went back up into the trees. Puppey has a sentry available. Ramses and Puppey. Okay, everybody ships in the night. Ships in the night. Except you saw each other, so it's not really ships in the night. Wave of Terror into the magic missile stun. Puppey will go down. I smelt the coal engine.
It honestly looked like Ramses didn't see him almost. Like, that was really weird.
They both looked at the opposite sides. You talk about like camera control. That's what Yapsol looks for. Both of these guys are looking at shop.
It's just a natural reaction there when you phase boot past the Spirit Breaker is to instantly turn around and throw a Wave of Terror out to get a read on whether he's TPing out or if he's planning a charge. But Ramses just waited, expected the charge, and then he threw the wave later. Found him.
Team Secret are preparing on bottom lane once more. Yamsol, they're going to get heavily outnumbered. Sitting in the trees, trying to use the fog of war that comes with the trees to hit that arrow. Not going to happen. Solo going to bloodlust himself, looking for that bonus movement speed. It's the extra information, but no one from Virtus.Pro is coming with him.
Everybody run from the position 5. That's Ogre for you. Just go in. You're so expendable. What a hero.
2.3k net worth, but it's solo Ogre as well. Like you give him respect for +1.
Range of 1300 health and a magic wand is actually very tanky at this point in the game against these heroes. There's no strong right clicker on Team Secret. It's one of the things the panel pointed out that they were really lacking, and then they went for this last pick Lina, which I think is going to take a long time for them to really build up.
You do still have that easy burst damage, like Decrepify into Laguna. Like you gotta, if you can keep this.
But what do you do when the BKBs come out with this
Kite.
The problem is, when Venge and Sniper both have BKBs, or at least the Venge, and they start hitting the towers with Primal Split, Secret just cannot fight back. I just don't see the possibility in their lineup to do it. So they're going to have to just eat that full Primal Split and the BKBs, and who knows how much damage this lineup can get done in that time. It's quite a lot. So
if the Lina had more physical damage, then maybe you could start dealing with the Brewlings quicker. But right now, like you've got Bloodstone and Shadowblade. It's not a lot to write home about.
No, oh, top lane.
Yep, the initiation is out, combining it up with the Wild Wing Tornado just for good measure. Ace gonna go invis, SB charging through. Invisible forces keep touching you at the moment. Ace able to actually chain himself away. Team Secret, they got more problems. It's mid one. Oh no! The Bruling sent him up and towards the air at the same time the assassination was coming in. They'll still have the damage, mainly because everyone from Virtus.Pro is there. The Team Secret losing that Lina. Back up to their tier 2 tower.
It's actually super annoying for Fatsa to play against this Brewmaster. He keeps dispelling the Decrepify every single time with the Storm Panda. I think that's one of the big reasons that Brewmaster has become a stronger pick. Is actually not as much about the patch or about changes to the hero. It's more that people are starting to understand how good the Storm Panda is. They're just better at cycloning. They're better at using Dispel against these heroes that are more popular right now. And it's given the hero a lot of new potential that it didn't used to have. Good juke from Solo there in the Chakram. He's still going to get arrowed.
It almost felt like a bait, like he was leaving the observer board for somebody else to farm. He just sits there reeling.
Puppy really didn't want to ult him. That's Ogre. You know, is it worth it for me to use my ultimate on him? Really? Do I have to do this?
To be honest, I thought they were waiting, allowing Ace to kill him, and then YapzOr took the last hit. So it's like, okay,
oh, well,
I guess we're not waiting, right?
Everything is the way it usually is. Great kill by YapzOr.
It's like, I suppose he is now 100, like, well, okay, he's 250 gold away from that talisman. So then Soul Crest can exist, and there's that burst!
Holy.
Yeah.
Get your BKB, sonny boy.
This is that amplification we're talking about, and it's not just from the Lina. YapzOr with the level 4 Starfall, that's a lot of damage combining with just Nether Blast. BKB is now up for Sniper. It's got to come on the courier, though.
Yep. It has to be Venge's next item, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's queued up. So he's 1,500 away. That's still a great snipe from Secret. They get the core kill, they get a tower. They're pressuring out the map, and YapzOr is starting to scale very well in the Mirana as well. So we've got ourselves a pretty even game overall here. Secret have managed to stay afloat pretty well. Now it's just about if VP can get that next objective fight at the Roshan. If they manage to get the Rosh with the Brew Split, they have the potential to high ground with their next Aegis as well.
I'm interested to see just how well that works. Like, you see something like this from Team Secret where they can just blow one hero up. So Virtus.Pro just playing the bait game. Like, it wasn't much from Team Secret to even get that high level of damage out. Like, we're talking Nether Blast plus Starfall. That's it. That's all you're really committing. That's quite cheap. I think you had, well, there's a Whirling Death, I think, also.
That was some stuff.
Yeah, that was stuff. I agree.
Here's
Stuff
Dagon,
is good.
Dagon
I like
level
stuff.
2, Fata. He's going to go Dagon 5, it looks like. Oh, see a troll.
The counter.
But VP no Rosh up. They've scouted it with their little skeleton warrior, and now they're going to de-ward. Textbook stuff from them, and they know Moonlight Shadow is used, which is actually a really important piece of information. Look at this Rosh.
So quick. Here comes Ace to Chakram. Flies in, but Roshan's already down, and Ace is in too deep. He misses the Timber Chain up. Ramsey's swapping Lil out so he can jump in for the stun, pulling Ace up to the high ground now with his own Timber Chain. So the kill doesn't come in from Virtus.Pro. But Team Secret, now that the Aegis Immortal, they're losing vision too. I'd love to actually see that stat from Yusin. Like, the amount of Observer was destroyed by Solo. I feel like in just the last couple of minutes, he has found every single one the Team Secret has put down. So, was destroyed, 3 of them. Most of those will be in the last, like, 5 minutes.
Yep. They've definitely taken good control. Actually, okay, that's interesting. He went for the Silver Edge over the BKB, just looking to counter out the Timber Saw reactive armor. That's pretty much the only thing. I guess Fiery Soul as well counters a bit if you use it at the perfect timing. It's not even thinking. He just wants it against the Timber. VP are a kill-hungry team. If there's a hero they can't kill in the game, they get upset. And then they find out how to kill this guy. And it's like, okay, I'll buy Silver Edge, you buy damage items, no one, okay? Da. And then they go.
That's how the fights begin. No one
gets the
gonna
charge.
get the hell out of here. He does have the Hurricane Pike. Remember, he's looking
BKB as well.
Immortal. So BKB turns on, and the Shrapnel comes down. The damage on the Puppy. They'll save him with the Decrepify. For the moment, he'll juke up and down. Puppy trying to keep the run going and charges himself away. Solo really back. Basha will clap him on the edge. It looked like for a second Puppy was gonna get out. And that would have been the dream scenario from Team Secret. BKB gone and no kill from Virtus.Pro.
This is still fine.
Yeah, yep.
It's position
Acceptable
5
casualties.
position 5 Spirit Breaker to force BKB, to force rotation, and at the same time mid one is pushing out top, so they bought a lot of time.
They hit the scan onto mid one as 3 heroes jump in. They go for the split as well as Dust. That was so quick, but mid one into the trees, and VP do not know where he is. He is away.
Damn, that is confidence going for that play. It didn't work, but you know, you have a scan, you just blink, Dust, instant split, and hope to get the kill. You didn't do it, and now Secret immediately have a little bit of an advantage now with Brew Split down. I believe mid one did see it get used. Maybe he did.
No, he did. It's the Observer Ward. Team Secret have that, like, for all the Observer Wards that got dewarded, that Observer Ward saw the 3 heroes TP in.
Oh, was Brew in
that's
there?
why it could react.
I don't think Brew was in there.
The Brewling walked past it.
Okay.
Like, it walked back down
so
into the lane.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely would have seen it. Or would have had a chance to see it at least.
Yeah.
Now the push comes to mid. Double catapults because Lil's able to make a traitor of the dire one.
All right, guys. Brew Split cooldown. Let's push. Virtus.Pro.
You've got Noga. You're fine.
This damage, man. This is... Imagine there's a Brew Split just keeping 2 heroes at bay for Secret in the backline. Their tier 3 is going to evaporate.
Oh, Ram's going to try it. Wave of Terror is up, realizes that all of Team Secret haven't come back, and Team Secret weren't really ready as well for Virtus.Pro to come in.
Arrow.
The catapult's still alive, they're keeping the dire one back, so the arrow will kill off the radiant catapult, but the traitor still exists. But the tower is down to 1/5 of its normal life, and no one's keeping the vision up on that high ground, so he can keep attacking it. He's got that long range, and they have to use fortification for his sniper. And he just shrapnels up again. He'll see it once again. And Team Secret, you have to make a choice here.
They have to kill the creep wave. That's too late. It's too close. No.
Yep.
No, he's going to get the tower for sure.
Ace jumps out, looking for the opening, right on top of Ramses. Where is the support? Puppey, he's there by charging forward, but Ace is already down. The man stuns are huge, but no one.
Got
they just
ogre.
turn on the BKB. You killed an ogre. Whoopity-doo-dah, whoopity-day. A double stun from mid will help, but he decrepified himself. Oh! Amplifying the situation and damage. Team Secret now buying back onto Fada. Virtus.Pro, 32 minutes in, will claim that mid-melee racks. They're looking for more, however, draining out Lil. The Decrepify worked beautiful. Mid one, however, no one. He does too much damage. He is the stronger one. Yapsaw, what do you do here, man? Like, okay, you just let it be.
This is a big kill for Secret to get. They have to get this kill now. They paid so much to not defend their barracks.
They're charging.
Cheege.
Ramses,
Great
what do you
cheat.
do? He's got a sentry ward. You'll see Puppey quite clearly. Sentry ward from Puppey is there. Arrow flies forward from
Almost bashed him into
Yapsaw.
it.
It won't hit the target. Solo's nearby. There is no swap. There is nothing. So Ramses will die. Secret gets something in return. And now do they just force down mid? You've got Nether Blast. You can do some significant damage.
Oh, they're going to try to look for bonus kills.
Oh, Solo?
That's a kill as well.
Okay, we'll wait 2 minutes. This is how long it's going to take for Solo to die. Yapsaw. Okay, maybe not so. Not 2 minutes.
No.
Is Pasha actually gonna...
It's going to cut the wave. There's still a wave in mid, though, so Secret can probably get this tier 2. Fatsa's jumping in.
Oh,
they got the arrow connection.
This is big, but then no one turns. Woo! Who's connecting what?
Yep. They were lacking a tertiary hero there to kill the sniper. He's already very tanky. So high level, so high net worth. His itemization, you see him sitting on 2.3k health in this strength threats, and it's of course all the stats he gets from Pyke, Aquila, BKB, all of it just racks up that health pool.
And now he's going to get the MKB. The damage output's going to be ridiculously high. Yapsaw believes he can sit in this bottom lane.
Well, for a bit. He's got to go now.
Has to add the pressure in somehow. It's better Yapsaw dies than Ace going down again. It's amazing he's still actually at 11 Bloodstone charges. That, to me, is surprising. But it's 4 Bloodstone charges on the Lina. I mean, this has just not been mid-one's game.
This sniper pick has just ruined his game. It's actually ridiculous how much he got destroyed in lane and how much he got slowed down. He's had to play recovery for so long. And if they take another bad fight, that's the nature of Bloodstone. It's like, oh, I have my Bloodstone, I'm ready to come back. And then if you fail the first 2 fights, all right, guys, I'm back to nothing. Then he has to just start farming up again. Secret from this position, now that they have this Lina BKB, have a better chance in the next fight. The problem is the right-click damage is still way too high, but there is a plate mail as well on so bit of potential.
I still think Secret's only play remaining in this game now is to get a fight in the Roche pit or right before Roche spawns. If there's another Aegis on this VP team, the game's probably over.
Ooh, Secret, well, mid one, they wanted to lead him, and they will. TP was coming in from the Timber Salt. They wanted to make sure there was no reaction there. 71 seconds without a buyback. You're right.
I'm still a bit worried for Secret if they try to push high ground here. I understand if they want to try it and deal some damage, but there's so much defensive threat. There's a level 3 swap. There's a sniper with shrapnels.
They may feel like they're just trying to force a buyback though. Like they don't know what we know, that the Brewmaster can't come back to life again.
I like this choice of not going. You know, it's tempting. We killed a core. We're 5-on-4. Let's go hit high ground. But
yeah, take a tier 2 town maybe like that. Yeah, that should be achievable.
The odds are stacked against them in a 5-on-4 in the enemy base. That's how rough this game looks right now.
Do you like this build from YapzOr? He's gone for a Dagon level 1.
I think they're just identifying that this lineup, this game is getting out of control, and right now they have to just burst heroes.
Ramsey is done. It's out at the moment onto Ace, but he's pretty damn tanky, and that Enchantress army not doing a lot. The tower, it will end up falling. Oh, actually not. Fortifications up, but Ramsey's pulling him back in again. Well, no one. He will thank the rest of his team for tying down his prey.
But as Secret have to just try to get any sort of stun and the Crep into Dagon bursts, else they just don't have damage. Like it's an inherent problem for their lineup right now that the physical component isn't there. And if YapzOr tries to build carry now, he's not going to make it in the duration of this game. They need
YapzOr looks like Snipe Squad. That's all he is at the moment. Jump in, put the Solar Crest on him. Dagon, Starfall, anything which works with Decrepify to get that quick pick. And then he's the only one on the front lines that Virtus.Pro will try and initiate on, because he's bringing the magical damage. But this is...
The Roshan will spawn soon.
It feels desperate from Team Secret.
It's up in like 30 seconds, so VP will just keep controlling this area. They know that the spawn timer is coming in. Probably just moving up as a group here to get a ward out for solo, take the shrine, limit Secret's possibilities of contesting them there.
Hello, and hello.
He might have seen that ward placed, actually.
Might have. It would have been around the corner though, but you'd work it out. There's got to be some kind of vision established from Lil.
I'll more or less guarantee you this. If Secret don't contest this Roche, they lose the game within the next 2 minutes. I just do not see how they hold this base without getting that Aegis out of the hands of VP. But maybe VP are just going to go. Maybe they don't care. Or at least they're going to be forced back here, so that's something.
It's Ramses.
But, he wants to blast this. He could die now.
Maybe. Ramses, does he want to fight? There's just stun, break him, and the damage. Ace is going to help him out. So Ramses, he is down here alone, and Puppey is starting his charge. They may feel they can keep this pressure up while mid one walks underneath the sentry ward. It definitely is. The shields are still up. Lina is down. Oh, those Bloodstone charges are dwindling drastically. Ramsey thought he was safe, running forward, and now push in. Ace is in very, very deep. Ramsey's BKB will save him while the Brewmaster split is looking for a bigger target. Ace has gone YOLO out to the side with the TP. No! The swap will cancel him. Ramses and Lil will do it at home, not even having to leave the house to work. The damage, well, Ace will deny himself, so no kill on that front. The Lina was the one that got ganked before, and surprisingly, with the way that fight split up, it's only the denial the VP claimed.
They get the Roche though. That was 2 core kills. There's no way Secret get in here. And this was the exact thing that I think Secret had to try to set up for. They wanted to put the pressure on bottom to force a rotation from VP, and then when VP are defending, Secret can rotate back, group up, smoke, ward up the Roche pit, and try to get it themselves or take a fight there. Now that that possibility is gone, VP can, if they manage to push out their bottom lane, they can just cruise in through top, and I just don't think Secret can defend this. They're going to need some sort of heroic defense to stand a chance here at holding. And there's Boots of Travel on Pasha, so he is the guy who can push out this bottom lane and connect with his team, or they can of course come to him if they want to. They're pinging out this side. They have a feeling there's somebody there.
Well, Fada just blasted the wave, which kind of reveals the fact that Team Secret are doing something shady in the trees.
Scan just went from...
Sorry, not Pasha. Fada.
Scan actually working a little bit against VP there. The Scan went from red to green right when Yap TP'd out, so they thought they found a hero and that he was running out of the circle, but actually TP'd out. So they tried to shrapnel, they tried to blink into Brew and didn't find anyone, but this time he did not randomly just Brew split. Fortunately, it was on cooldown, because else he might have just done it again. Alright, There's VP's choice. I actually like this a lot. I was talking about them being able to push top and just having Brew bottom, but they realized bottom is the only wave that Secret can actually try to trade in. There's still a tier 2 top. So if this is the wave they push in through, Secret will not be able to get a strong enough trade in the meantime. Even though mid one is doing his best right now to push out top, VP should be only losing at most a tier 2 to hit the base from this angle.
Yeah, so Team Secret have to come back to fight. They have no other choice right now. Observe what is planted in preparation for the attack, but there's a Gem of True Sight in the hands of that Brewmaster, so they're going to see it pretty early on.
Got an
so
Arcane
in they come. Okay, well, Sentry and Sentry, that'll do the work. A deep ward from Solo. Ramsey's almost catching that arrow. Not going to happen, however. Fada waiting in the trees. Needs to put down that nether ward just yet. Puppy charging forward. He'll create some space. Pugner has to buy back. He died so quickly. If you blinked, you missed it. No one waiting for Heroes to hit the ground again, so now he can rip apart Ace. Putting that sniper to work. Assassination. No reactive arm will protect you from this. And this looks like it's going to be bottom lane of Rax. Brewmaster, Timbersaw going to buy back as the Brewmaster split's going to wear off. Even BKB to TP
He has
out.
to stop the Lina as much as he can.
Oh,
Mid one never
back
joined.
In again? Was that a fake bait back as, well, Pasha, he'll deal with mid one up on the top. He's almost claimed that melee Rax. In fact, he has been able to do so in the crit with the clap. It'll find the kill onto Lina. Buyback is available, however, so Lina has to buy back now to actually keep some level of balance in this lane because they got the melee on top,
they saw
but
Ace.
They've lost their bottom. Ace needs to get out of here. Chain close by the arrow in case anyone from VP thought about going after it, but they didn't. They're backing up for the moment.
Ooh, this is an aggressive play. He had the Arcane run on Pasha, remember?
He's
He will have split again.
Now. He's trying to get no one to kill himself. A quick charge forward. There was no way he was going to survive this.
This is going to be Megas. He has another Primal split. They're just going to go top. He will use the split. He'll Cyclone the Lina. And there is no possible way Ace can stop this push. They have to concede the Mega Creeps. And more than likely the game. So that last stage is just the nail in the coffin. Sorry. Sorry, team. I'll let you down.
Yeah, this has been a rough game for Team Secret,
GG.
but there it is, GG, Virtus.Pro. Beautiful display of Dota from them. Team Secret, they were showing a bit of flair themselves. We saw that magical burst damage kick in around the mid-game, but Virtus.Pro, solid all-round and no real answer to that sniper.
I love their draft. I think this draft from Virtus.Pro was extremely good. They are so good when they get their Enchantress early on. The whole way the composition came together, they had all of these buff ups for the sniper. You can tell that they're trying to make this one hero just the centerpiece of their lineup. Like their whole lineup was built to, how can we make no one a god in this game? Venge Aura, the minus armor on the enemy team, the Brewmaster to make space.